Amazing Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 3. This is a research stream. This is not the game you were probably thinking it was. So just putting that right off the bat. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 based on the movie that everyone seems to hate, starring James Garfield. Or was it Andrew Garfield? Basically, the guy who wasn't president. And more importantly, it's a game developed by Beanox on the previous gen console. And as you might expect, it's unreasonably expensive these days. Oop. So basically the strategy seems to be hold down the left stick, then press L2 or R2 to swing around. And the logic seems to be, depending on which arm you want to swing with, you press L2 or R2. Now what I'm going to do... Okay, so I guess I can practice the momentum system here. But it's always about the left stick, so you can press either button. But if you want to run on the side of the building, you press R2. So I might as well just hold down R2 then, huh? I'll just hold down R2 so I can run up the side of these buildings if I feel like it. Now, I admit my bias. I've played some Spider-Man games in the 2D form. That might be the first... No, I did play Spider-Man 2 on the Xbox, the original Xbox, which was apparently a big deal when it came out because the traversal system was such a massive deal back then. You know, the way that game handled momentum turned into sort of like a GTA 3 with Spider-Man. And they had this, and the way the momentum system worked and the way the swinging system worked, it was almost like, ooh, cool, you can do, crawl. Crawl with the triangle button, then press L3 to perch. You gotta look around. Okay. This part's the tech demo. This is what everyone wants to do in a Spider-Man game, right? Just kind of crawl up the buildings. Whoops. Okay, press R2 to wall run. Now, again, admitting my bias, I played the Xbox game, and that was okay, but I guess the problem was that there really wasn't anything to do in the city other than do the same, you know, criminal beating, the same criminal mob punching missions over and over again, as I recall. I mean, basically, I gave up on the game after about 2 or 3 hours, because it just seemed to be the same thing over and over again. I'm holding down R2. Why am I... Good thing I don't have limited web. Unlimited web canisters, am I right? Okay, so what else am I thinking of here? I mean, admitting my bias, I'm more of a Just Cause 2 guy, where you're not really swinging, you're grappling and gliding. Arkham City, same deal. I'm sort of curious how this works out. 30 FPS, which isn't bad, but of course, I think on PC it's the same 30 FPS frame rate, which I think... I seem to recall driving Total Biscuit crazy. Because he had like a supercomputer, basically, and he couldn't get the game to run at more than 30 FPS. Basically, he couldn't get the 60 FPS he wanted, so he was wondering what the heck was going on with that, but hey. Guess it wasn't optimized for really fast machines. But this game probably runs just fine on my dual-core desktop. Like most games of this generation, it probably runs just fine on my desktop these days. I mean, it runs Saints Row 4. I think you can't run this game. Open the camera. Zoom in with the L1. How do I move the camera? Maybe I can't move the camera. Press one of the R1 buttons. No, well. Spidey sense? Just a second. Locate danger. Someone's behind me. I don't see any danger. Oh. Okay. Well, there's your danger. QTE. It's like, I don't see any danger. What? No. No reason to be modest with a black cat. Triangle button to dodge. Arkham style. Which reminds me, I have Arkham Origins lying around here somewhere. Alright, well, let's just do this, whatever. No reason to complicate things. So, triangle, square for dodging and attacking, you know, whatever. NES levels of control at this point. Let's see how well it holds up. I automatically shot that, by the way. I was just pressing the attack button and the webs came out, so whatever. Okay, any more? Thought there were 2 more. Oh well. Guess the word hasn't gotten out on me yet. Well, let's put him on the ground. What up, dog? Who's next? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah. Wasn't he just moping about his Uncle Ben a few minutes ago? Oh, well, I guess he got over that in a hurry. Must be the adrenaline. Signature move. Okay, I don't know what to call that. We'll just call it a finisher. See, he's a nice torturer. He's not like Batman. He interrogates people in a nice way. Not really passive aggressive though. Spider-Man's still gesticulating like he's talking to somebody. Yeah, he's still talking. He's still moving his mouth and gesticulating like he's talking, and he's not saying anything. You know, Spider-Man's not easy to write, obviously. People try to be too sarcastic, it doesn't always work. Alright, Web Rush. R1. So it's a quick way to zip around. Hold L to keep momentum. R1. So it's a really quick way to get around town, I guess. Holding L. Holding L up. Okay, so you just kind of go in a specific direction, I guess, with the web. Wait, wrong. Wait, which way? That way. It's not a bad signal, but it might as well be. Well, let's head over in that direction. Again, I'm just holding down the R2 button. Seems fine to me. Does it even matter which hand I swing with? I mean, really? Maybe if I'm doing certain moves, it might, but I don't know if it does. But this part's okay. Whoops, forgot to let go. I don't know if maybe for speed running it matters, but I'm not going to worry about it. And as you can probably tell, this game looks really ugly. As you might expect, the backgrounds look really ugly, and that's kind of unfortunate. You have to zoom in really close to get a really good, Yeah, you have to zoom in really close to get a really good, model. But even then, these skyscrapers look kind of weird. See, if you look in the distance, it kind of looks like a high-grade Xbox One game, which isn't saying much. That's kind of disappointing. They can't all look as good as Arkham City, let's be honest. Then again, considering what they're rendering, you know, it's like stuff that looks like this. It's at night. very, very limited lighting effects, you know, that kind of thing. Not great. Oh, that must be Black Cat. R1. Hold R1. Okay. So we're good, right? Well, I just picked one of them. Never mind. Yeah. See, that was automatic with the attack button, so whatever. If I could press the triangle button, to zip out those web shooters. If I want to incapacitate a dude. Of course, I have to dodge first, was the other problem. Is it doing any good? I need to switch target. Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I don't need to switch target. Just smash on the circle button so you can incapacitate a guy, then take out the other dude. That makes sense. It's like, okay, Beanox, the developers gave us a halfway decent Arkham system, but doesn't seem to be any challenge to it. We'll see how it goes. Oh, web crate. I guess that'll do some good. Unless someone brings a knife. Press up for the spider sense on the D-pad. Oh, they're also over here. So it's, you know, detective mode. I won't web crate it yet. Okay, it's like incapacitate a couple of guys and punch the other dude. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Whoops. Let it not be said that Spider-Man doesn't have dope music. Brings out the best in people. At least in composers, anyway. Tim Fallon, the old theme, the Joe Perry theme. Heck, even Spider-Man Unlimited didn't have an awful theme song, all things considered. Not as funky as some of the other ones, though. But Joe Perry's like, yeah, I've always wanted to do a Spider-Man theme, obviously. So you could tell he was working on it for a while. Yeah. So we done? So I guess I'm going to have to beat everyone up. I just need to web the crates.
Oh, you must be Schultz. Your goon said you were ugly, but whoa! He was being charitable. Think you can take me, huh, freak? Well, I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
No, I haven't seen the sequel yet. I have seen the original Amazing Spider-Man with James Garfield, which I don't hate as much as other people did, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Like I said.
I'll be a criminal. You said money, glamour, power. Any second thoughts?
Like I said, it's hard to do Spider-Man well. This is one long QTE. Okay, I sat on him. I guess he's defeated. Shit. Okay, he pointed at him. I guess he was supposed to say something to him, and they cut out the voice acting.
We can make a deal. Others? Yeah, I got money, guns.
See how much Spider-Man's joshing around like that? It's weird.
Sure.
And the phone seems to be jiggling in his hand. I guess they haven't figured. I guess they hadn't figured that part out.
You want the guy in the picture, huh? Look,
Okay, I was supposed to make a decision choice there.
He goes by Carradine. I think I
Keith
got
Carradine?
his number here in my phone. Stupid! I was so desperate for answers, I let him play me like an amateur.
Is that supposed to happen based on the conversation choice I made? I wasn't paying attention to the conversation. I pressed the wrong button. I think is the problem. I didn't want to skip the cutscene, but I think I just pressed the button I wasn't supposed to.